Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, and thank you for tuning in today. If you're here right now, then trust me, you've shown up at exactly the right moment, because things around the Iraqi dinar are moving faster than we've seen in a very long time, and the countdown toward something big has definitely started. Today's update is one you do not want to miss. And before we go deep, listen closely. If you are not already on the official RV alert list, you're putting yourself at a serious disadvantage. This list is the only direct line where you get real, fast updates the moment something breaks. It's free, it takes a few seconds to join, and it ensures you never get caught outside the loop when a major shift happens. So click that blue button below and get on the list right now as we jump into everything unfolding behind the scenes. Right now, the entire Dinar community is buzzing because signals, indicators, and insider reporting are all pointing in the same direction. Momentum is building. And it's not the slow, quiet kind of momentum we've seen in the past. This is sharp, sudden, and full of movement that feels like it's pushing toward a tipping point. Whether you've been following this journey for months or years, you can feel something in the air. You can sense the urgency. And that's why being plugged in, staying informed, and staying alert is absolutely essential. Today, we're going to break down exactly what's firing up this new wave of activity, what it could mean for the potential RV, and why the next few days and weeks might be the most important window we've seen in a long time. One of the biggest things happening right now is the renewed attention on Iraq's restructuring efforts, and the speed at which the government is working has turned a lot of heads. There is a very real sense that Iraq is positioning itself for a major monetary transition, not years from now, but much sooner than many expected. Reports circulating through economic circles, regional analysts, and even some international observers show coordination happening behind closed doors. When this many moving pieces begin aligning all at once, you have to stop and ask yourself, why now? Why the urgency? Why the sudden acceleration? And that's exactly what we're going to pull apart piece by piece. In today's discussion, we've seen periods of excitement before, periods where something looked big and then slowed down. But this one feels different. This one feels more coordinated, more intentional, and more connected to real structural developments that Iraq has been working on step by step. The upgrades to financial systems, adjustments to policy language, the tightening of monetary controls, the stabilization efforts, all of these actions are building the foundation that experts have been waiting for. And the closer those pieces get to completion, the louder the chatter becomes. That's why I'm telling you, don't let yourself be the one who hears everything after everyone else already knew. The next thing we need to talk about is the shift in global attention. Iraq is not isolated in this moment. Regional and international financial interests have started looking in with more focus than usual. You can see it in the way certain markets react to announcements, in the timing of meetings, and in the tone of statements coming from key officials. When major institutions start watching a developing economy closely, they aren't doing it for fun. They're doing it because something is changing. And right now, that change is pushing the Dinar story toward a completely new stage. Whether this will translate directly into an RV is something no one can guarantee, but the environment around that possibility is stronger than it has been in years. And I want to be completely honest with you, when these kinds of shifts happen, they don't knock on your door politely. They hit quickly. They move without warning. They don't care if you were ready or not. That's why I emphasize this so much. If you aren't plugged into the official RV alert list, you are depending on luck and timing instead of real updates. And in a situation like this, you never want to rely on luck. You need information. You need speed. You need access. That's exactly why that list exists. And that's why so many smart holders have already joined it. Now let's talk about the domestic side of Iraq, because that's a major element in today's picture. Inside the country, regulatory tightening has been stepped up. The banking infrastructure is being refined, and compliance systems are being reinforced at a level we have not seen before. These are not small cosmetic updates. These are deep structural moves that take planning, coordination, and purpose. And they usually happen before a country shifts into a new monetary framework. When systems get strengthened from the inside, it signals preparation. And when preparation lines up with pressure, movement tends to follow shortly after. Another important factor is confidence. Investors, regional partners, and even Iraq's internal business sector are showing more confidence than they have in years. Confidence doesn't rise on rumors, it rises when real groundwork is being laid. And right now, confidence is climbing fast. That creates an environment where economic decisions can gain traction quickly. When people feel secure in the direction of a currency, the probability of a major financial event gains more credibility. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it absolutely increases the odds of strong movement. And this brings us to a crucial point. Not all updates are public, and not everything happening behind the scenes gets shared with mainstream media. That's why staying informed through a reliable source, one that isn't watered down or delayed, matters more than ever. You don't want to be caught scrambling for information when the biggest moment arrives. You want to be ahead of it. You want to know what's happening when it's happening. not after the fact. That's exactly why the alert list has become such an important tool in this community, and why so many people rely on it. To stay prepared, let's shift into something else that's creating noise right now: the synchronized timing of international meetings. Connected to Iraq's economic planning. These aren't random. Governments do not schedule high-level discussions without purpose. There is a rhythm forming behind these meetings that suggests coordination. And whenever you see multiple agencies, ministries, and financial bodies aligning their timing, it usually means a major policy phase is approaching. Whether that policy phase includes the RV or not, it undeniably pushes the entire system into a higher level of readiness. Another development adding fuel to the fire is the conversation around digital modernization. Iraq has been implementing systems designed to integrate more cleanly with global financial standards. These technological modernizations are essential for any currency that wants to move from restricted status to a position with broader international functionality. And right now, Iraq is aggressively moving in that direction. These foundation stones matter. They don't get built by accident. They get built because change is coming. And let's be real, the dinar is heating up. You can feel it in the discussions, the updates, the shifts in tone, the timing of announcements, and the energy across the entire community. That excitement is coming from somewhere, and it's not from rumor alone. It's coming from tangible change. And when change accelerates, opportunities appear quickly. That's why staying ready matters. As we continue watching the pace of these developments, it's becoming clearer that the conditions we're seeing right now are not random or accidental. They are part of a coordinated push, and whether that push ends with a full RV, a partial adjustment, or another significant policy shift, the momentum is undeniable. Many longtime holders are saying this is the first time in years that the energy feels different, and I agree with that. This moment has weight behind it. It has force. It has timing that matches the work Iraq has been laying down step by step. And that's why I keep emphasizing this. If you're not watching closely, you're going to miss the signs as they're unfolding, not after they've already passed. One of the reasons so many people are talking about the countdown starting is the way financial indicators have recently aligned with political progress. Iraq's stability, leadership decisions, and international posture have all strengthened at the same time. Historically, these elements rarely line up perfectly. One moves forward while another lags behind. But right now, we're watching a rare moment where everything is moving in the same direction. That's the kind of alignment that creates opportunities. And when you mix alignment with urgency, you get movement. That movement may not be visible to everyone right away, but it's happening behind closed doors. Inside meetings, on secure calls, in economic committees, and across Iraq's growing international partnerships, there are also strong signs that Iraq is preparing to increase its global financial presence. Discussions about expanding foreign investment, boosting trade cooperation, and stabilizing the economy through diverse infrastructure development are all becoming more frequent. This is not a country trying to stay isolated or restricted. This is a nation stepping toward the global stage with confidence. And if Iraq wants its currency to reflect that new level of engagement, a monetary shift becomes a natural part of the process. That shift might be gradual, sudden, or phased, but the positioning is unmistakable. And the timing of all these moves raises the question many are quietly asking. Are we approaching the window where a revaluation finally becomes possible? Another piece of this puzzle is the clear message from economic advisors who have hinted that Iraq wants to return to its rightful place in regional and global markets. That kind of return cannot happen with outdated structures or restricted financial systems. Iraq knows this. Their partners know this. The global market knows this. That's why these upgrades and reforms are not optional. They are required. Every step Iraq takes toward modernization brings it closer to the point where the value of the dinar must eventually reflect its new economic reality. And when a currency is undervalued for too long, correction becomes inevitable. And let's talk directly about you, the viewer. Many of you have waited a long time, through ups, downs, rumors, delays, confusion, and misinformation. But what's happening right now feels more substantial because it is based on action, not speculation alone. You deserve updates that cut through the noise, stay focused on facts, and keep you ahead of whatever comes next. That's what we do on this channel, and that's why this community continues growing. We look past the hype and dig into what's actually changing on the ground. And right now, a lot is changing, fast. Now, I want to emphasize something extremely important. Major currency events rarely come with big public announcements in advance. Governments don't ring a bell or broadcast it on television. They move quietly. They act quickly. And then the world wakes up to the change. That's why being plugged in matters so much. The official RV alert list wasn't created for hype. It was created so that when something big happens, you get notified instantly. No delays, no confusion, no waiting for someone on social media to share it hours later. You get the information directly, right when you need it, as we look toward the upcoming weeks. it's becoming increasingly clear that Iraq is entering a new phase of financial and economic activity. Whether this phase includes the RV or lays the final groundwork for it, the significance is the same. Things are shifting, and when the environment shifts, you either stay ahead or fall behind. The people who stay ahead are the ones who stay informed, stay ready, and stay connected. That's exactly what I want for you to stay ahead. Not to get caught in the dark, not to miss the moment while others already knew. Another indicator we're watching closely is international sentiment. When foreign governments, financial blocs, and global organizations start communicating more openly with Iraq, that's not coincidence. That's interest. Strategic interest, economic interest, investment interest. Money always moves to where opportunity is growing. And right now, Iraq is positioning itself as a rising economic zone with massive potential. That kind of climate often precedes major monetary decisions. And when momentum builds around a currency, history tells us that significant adjustments often follow. Let's also talk about the psychological impact this latest wave of activity is having on the community. People feel it. You feel it. I feel it. There's a spark again, something we haven't felt in a long time. Not blind excitement, but informed anticipation. And when informed anticipation starts rising, it usually means the conditions are aligning in a way that creates real potential for change. Iraq is stabilizing. International partners are engaging. Economic reforms are accelerating. Global integration is expanding. And the dinar is heating up at a pace we haven't seen in years. As we approach the finish of today's update, I want you to walk away with one message. This moment matters. The countdown has started. The signals are here, and the environment is charged with possibility. Whether the RV happens next week, next month, or through a staged rollout, the direction is unmistakable. Forward. Iraq is moving forward. The dinar is moving forward. And the entire community is watching closely because something real is happening. So before we close, I'll remind you again, if you're not on the official RV alert list, stop risking it. Join now. Stay informed. Stay ahead. And don't let yourself be the one who hears the big news after everyone else already saw it coming. Click the blue button below, get on the list, and lock in your access to fast, real updates that matter. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay ready. Big things are moving, and I'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. The countdown has started, so make sure you're not in the dark when the moment arrives.